Hi, I'm Andy, a collection specialist at Credit Sage, and my goal is to help people learn how they can remove Berlin-Wheeler from their credit report, and in many cases without paying their debt at all. So if that's you or someone you know, I'm confident that you're going to walk away from this video knowing what the next best step is to take. Now that doesn't mean that you shouldn't take action. For example, if you know or believe that Berlin-Wheeler or any of the other accounts on your credit report are the result of identity theft or have a wrong balance after you've already paid or any major issues like that that are seriously affecting your life, you may be owed a settlement. And we work with a network of local attorneys that will work on your behalf at zero cost, win or lose, in addition to getting the accounts deleted permanently. But if no issues like that exist and you just want the account removed from your credit report, we can certainly help with that too. Just give us a call today. Our number's in the description so you can find that easily. And with that, what I want to do in this video is I want to go through the most important questions that we get about this company. Okay. The first one that I have here is really important, and that is, can you be arrested or get jail time for a debt with Berlin-Wheeler? I put this one at the top of the list because, we have a lot of callers that are terrified this could happen. And it makes sense. Few people are really taught how credit and debt work in school. I didn't know the answer to this question until I got into the business. And fortunately, the answer is, unless the debt is specifically related to unpaid taxes or unpaid child support, you cannot be arrested or get jail time. So no need to worry about that whatsoever. I'll say too, the amount of the debt doesn't matter either. I get asked that a lot. And you could refuse to pay $1,000 or $1 million, anything in between. It doesn't matter. You cannot be arrested or get jail time for that. So now, who is Berlin-Wheeler and why are they on your credit report? So they're referred to as a debt collector or credit collection agency. And what they do is they buy debts, unpaid accounts, like credit cards, for example, often for very cheap. And then they try to collect the full amount. So an example of this would be like, let's say that you have an unpaid card with Capital One, and let's say it's $1,000. Berlin-Wheeler could, in theory, come along and buy that debt for just $100. But now they don't try to collect that amount. They try to collect the full $1,000 from you, which gives them a 10x return on their investment. So yeah, these companies can make a lot of money. And damaging your credit score by reporting the debt to your credit report is the primary strategy they have to get you to pay. However, what many people don't know is that paying a debt on your credit report does not remove the account attached to it. That account will sit there for 7 years, damaging your score, paid or not. So a lot of time, paying isn't in your best interest. As crazy as that sounds. And really, it could honestly just be a waste of money. Now, in rare cases, paying the debt can even hurt your score. I've seen that. So in addition to credit reporting, they may send scary letters, call a lot, even calling your family members and colleagues. And I want to say too, if a collector has ever threatened you or harassed you during non-business hours, you, again, may be owed a lawsuit. So that's another case. You want to give us a call so we can connect you with a local specialist that will take action quickly. Let's see here. Question here is, should you negotiate a settlement with Berlin-Wheeler? So this is a little interesting. So I always say settling your debt with Berlin-Wheeler, I think, depends on your goal. Like typically if you're wanting to improve your credit score, paying isn't the best option. And why is that? Because, like I said before, even if you pay that collection, it will remain on your credit report for 7 years, damaging your score that whole time. Instead, we always recommend that you work with an expert like us to review these accounts for you. And if certain issues exist, then the accounts can be removed. And this is a win-win. You won't have to waste money paying a debt that won't help your score, and the negative account gets removed from your credit report. So it's perfect. Which leads to the next question. How do you remove Berlin-Wheeler from your credit report? So it works like this. The Fair Credit Reporting Act gives every person the power to challenge information on their report. I will say that the knowledge required to do this is more involved than it might seem. That's not to say that you shouldn't learn how to do it, but be prepared to spend weeks, maybe months, learning how to do it properly. However, if you'd like to hire a professional to handle it for you, you can ensure that it'll be done properly the first time and save that extra time. We're happy to take care of it. You know, we've dealt with Berlin-Wheeler accounts many times, and I'll say that they regularly have issues, and we've helped numerous clients deal with them. And we'll take care of it for you as well if you prefer. How can you get Berlin-Wheeler to stop calling you? Yeah, as I mentioned, Berlin-Wheeler will be calling you, if they haven't already, as an attempt to collect the debt they've purchased, okay? Which means the only reason that they'll stop calling you is if you settle your debt with them, or you work with a company like ours to potentially have them removed from your report altogether. Will Berlin-Wheeler try suing or garnishing my wages? So I'll say Berlin-Wheeler suing is unlikely. It does happen from time to time, but really in our experience, it's pretty rare. And there's just a lot of laws around how long they can sue for, what they can do if they win, and it's a long process. However, once again, if we're able to find certain issues with the account, they won't be able to collect it all, which is another benefit of using an expert. What are my rights when dealing with Berlin-Wheeler? So you have the right to dispute any of your debt that Berlin-Wheeler has purchased. Berlin-Wheeler is governed by the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, the FDCPA, and as I mentioned before, the Fair Credit Reporting Act, or FCRA. Now, these acts can seem very complicated when you look at them, but they really provide a great deal of power to the consumer if you know how to use it properly. Now, if you don't have time to research these acts, that's not a problem. You can call us today. We can discuss your options with you. Once again, you'll see our number in the description. And with that, that's covers all the questions. So with that, thank you so much for watching.